Hey there, my name is Cloud, and this is me enjoying my runs and the best gifts of life with my ladies. You can say I'm passionate about running. Welcome to my channel, dedicated to recovery and rehabilitation. Thank you for joining me in this journey to recover from the big C, and hopefully someday soon, run again. Hi, definitely another day, another grind. Let's get after this. You and me, rehab and recovery. Let's do this. So, four programs this week for this week's training block. Started off really well, and then started to peter off the last couple of sessions for this week. So some struggles, some wins. Motivation has been, I think, consistent. I have been pushing myself mentally to make sure that I get these sessions with you. But physically, I've had some difficult moments, particularly the last two ones, with just the other day having that profound sense of exhaustion and physical fatigue. Not so much as mental fatigue, but more so just physically spent. And I have been pulling a little bit more hours at work and doing some extra work. Hopefully that pays off. But I noticed that at the end of my days, I am physically exhausted, even having moments of profound exhaustion, if I can use that phrase. Anyhow, no excuses, we said, right? So here we are. For tonight, just a simple, straight up program to build my cardio base on the elliptical machine. Not doing anything else, just this. I notice I can focus more on my breathing and focus more on my heart rate, and making sure that every piece of movement that I do on the machine gets its intended worth and intended consequence to really build my cardiovascular base, my breathing, my heart rate, and my general endurance. I think this past couple of weeks, as I've begun to do a little bit more extra on the work front, I noticed that my cardiovascular endurance to physical activity throughout the day does wax and wane, and I have needed more moments to recuperate, to recenter myself. So I do believe that I need to work more on my wind, that I have enough energy to finish my day and then some, and then get these workouts and rehab and recovery training program done with you. So as I start to do more, I realize that I think I should probably do more training blocks as well, particularly focused on my wind. I'm hoping that the weather turns well and warmer really soon. I kind of snuck in a half-mile walk today. It was cold, it was sunny, but I got it in. The goal remains the same for the remainder of this month, 4 hopefully maybe 5 training sessions per week as a training block, and a more concerted effort to have days and sessions where I primarily focus on my wind, on my cardiovascular endurance, and then start to really do a few more of those calisthenics to get my push-up rates more and my pull-up exercises. Start to do more of those. I do feel that I am stronger. I do feel that I have more energy. And I do feel that I'm more physically capable, more than I ever have been since day one of surgery. I'm orders magnitude better where I was when I had that surgery and everything else that's happened since. But I also realize, and I also know that I have a long way to go, long way to go to get myself back to where I was before all of this quality of life. And that's my goal. That's the plan. I think it's important to always think about and remember this, to say it out loud, to keep it in my mind's eye, to keep it in the foreground by speaking it, and to keep it in the background by thinking of it. Because I think it's imperative to continue to have strong motivation on why I'm doing this, why we're doing this, what's the whole point. I do know and I do believe that it is the recognition of the why that really gets me to persist and persevere. I'm curious to know about you though. What makes you think? What makes you do all this? What's keeping you going? And I know over the last few videos, we've talked about no excuses, we've talked about motivation, we've talked about encouragement, I've talked about taking things slow day by day, understanding that this is a process, and saying this out loud and telling you and thinking it. I think this all helps me in ensuring that I continue in this journey and not falter, and recognize I'll have some good days and bad days. Like the other day was a struggle, even today, but I'm here, right? I'm doing this. I hope you're moving as well, whatever your program looks like, however you are putting in your kind of work. I hope you're moving it too and getting it together. I've never had any kind of an anxiety issue before all of this. Never thought that something such as an anxiety event could be so debilitating at times. I can probably say. And this is not something that I don't think I have, but I have anxious moments of insecurities. And some days it'll hit me once or twice, and it bothers me. It makes me pause. It makes me stop what I'm doing. It takes away my attention, and it makes me worry, I guess is a good word to use. Worry about not knowing, not being sure about how all of this is going to play out. That's the kind of worry that I get. You know, when I get these moments of profound sense of personal doubt of what I can physically do, I think about this. I remember that I am not physically debilitated, that I can physically handle activity, that I can move, that I don't necessarily have to feel worried about being physically exhausted. And that stems from the fact that I know I can do this. And I remember my workouts, I remember my physical routines. And this helps me get through my day. And I think this is an important opportunity for me to share with you the realization that by doing these activities and these training blocks, I'm not only building myself physically, but I'm also giving myself the mental fortitude that, yes, I am on my way to getting better, to getting stronger, to getting my life back. And I think this night, I just want to tell you that's the biggest message that I want to share with you. So, wherever you are, however you are doing, I pray that you're doing great, you're doing awesome, that you're getting it together, that you're making your recovery and training blocks as fruitful and as fun, and ultimately as rewarding and effective in ensuring that you achieve your goals and your objectives. Hey, this is you and me, right? We got this. We got this. I'll see you next time. You take care of yourself.